Aloha everyone, my name is Samantha, this is my husband Steven. We're on our last day of a 12-day, we call us active tourist in Maui. We were here for the 1-year anniversary of the Lahaina fires. And we decided we would try to give you guys just a little bit of a rundown and some ideas if you want to vacay or do active tourism in Maui. Some things that you can do to kind of cut corners on costs. So our number one suggestion, do not eat dinner anywhere. Try to get you a place for you or your family that's got a small kitchen where you can cook. Go to the Walmart by the airport on your way in. Pick up all your drinks. I mean, I'm serious. Like anything you think your family is going to want to drink. Most places that you stay will have a small ice chest in the room so you can bring your drinks around. Because if you stop at a store to buy a Coke,
$3.
It's right at $4 with tax for one twisty top Coke, and it's like $2.80 for a can Coke. So that's a way that you can really cut out like $40 a day. It's just stopping because you're thirsty, right? Another thing you can do is, like I said, do not eat dinner anywhere. Dinners run you an average of $50 to $60 per person, regardless of where you eat. Okay. So try to cook dinner in. Just pick one night on your vacation that you're going to eat out. Kind of like, okay, this is the last night, that kind of stuff. Birthday, whatever, we're going to eat out this night. Get reservations for anything that you want to do before you leave home. Or as soon as you get on the island, set up all your dinner reservations, your lunch reservations, whatever. That way you can avoid lines. Something else you guys can do for like breakfast, if you're staying in the Kahana area, the Lahaina area, you can do places like Slappy Cakes. That was the name of it. Slappy Cakes, this place. You can eat there, 2 adults. We just ate breakfast for $29. That by far was the cheapest place we've eaten other than food trucks in the mornings. Okay, so food trucks are a great way to feed your family, like sandwiches and stuff. And I'm going to tell you, Maui has some very stringent health rules for their food trucks, so you're not going to get sick. It's a great place to eat. Bathrooms are hard to find. Just because you walked into that store and purchased something doesn't mean you can use the restroom, huh?
Could have went that way.
Is that open from the Lahaina burns?
I believe so. They let people through.
They're finally starting to open up some of these roads from the Lahaina fire. But if you've got family members that need to use the restroom a lot, then you need to plan your trip according, okay? The road to Hana, you're going to drive your first hour and 15 minutes with no bathrooms. So maybe don't eat a heavy meal and drink a lot of drinks before you hit certain roads around here, because you've got long stretches, 35, 45 minutes with no bathrooms in between. And on some parts of the road to Hana, on the back side of the island, there's nowhere to use a restroom for over 3 hours. So I want you to really think about that when you're scheduling eating, drinking, and then driving, okay? Because you're going to be thanking Sam later for that tip. Hotels, stay away from the big resorts along the coastline. Yes, it's great to be by the water, but Maui has beautiful parks that you can go for free, up and down, all over the place. So try to find something economic in town, like what they call upcountry, Kula. Get away from all the noise, the bustle, and then just be prepared to drive. You're going to drive everywhere. So a lot of the activities you want to do are going to be upcountry. You can either stay at state parks, or you can make sure that you get a place to stay by the activities that you want to do. Otherwise, you're going to spend no less than 3 hours a day driving on this island. August 12th of 2024, 1 gallon of regular gas is like $4.59 right now.
Oh.
What was it, $4.89?
It's anywhere between $4.59 to $4.75. I've seen in places
per gallon of gas.
And that's regular unleaded.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm talking about. If you can put your condo closer to the main activities that you want to do and then reduce the amount of time that you're driving, you could save $200 or $300 on gas for a week vacation on this island. So I hope those are just some friendly tips about making a vacation in Maui a little bit easier for you and your family if you've never been here. Make sure that you call ahead, you get your snorkeling activities, your dinner cruises, get all of that stuff booked, paid for before you come. For dinner cruises, we highly suggest Pride of Maui Luau dinner cruise. It's the midway. It's not the least expensive. It's not the most expensive, but it by far was it was amazing. Okay, the dancers were beautiful. The food was good. They had an open bar. We don't drink, but if you've got drinkers in your party, you have an open bar. It was a very smooth boat, big, came out. It was just lovely. It was lovely. I would go with Pride of Maui. Our daughter took a surfing lesson, and I've got to get that information from my mom and dad where they sent her, but she really enjoyed that. I'll put that in comments for you. So there are some things that you can do. There are better, and then there are the worst. So if you're gonna do dinner cruises, Pride of Maui. Okay, you can set those out, reservations months ahead. Get your airline tickets 4 months ahead, they'll be a lot cheaper. If you're gonna fly and you need to do the least expensive seats, then fly Delta. You're gonna pay a little bit more, but the seats are bigger, even for what we call cheap seats, right? The seats are bigger than other airlines. So you're gonna fly Delta. If the airline tickets are not a problem, you're already gonna be flying first or, business class, then you can fly any airline because those seats are gonna naturally just be better. But if you need to fly a cheaper seat, then go in Delta, especially if you've got older people or you got people with bad backs, because the seats are much, much more comfortable. And is there anything else we can give them tip-wise?
Have fun.
Have fun.
Respect everything out here.
Don't leave trash anywhere that you go. Try not to take showers with fresh water at the beach. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to mean that you have to get in your vehicle sandy, but that's okay. Most rentals expect it to come back with some sand. In fact, they put these really cool, what do you call these under our feet?
Oh, weather guard mats.
Weather guard mats. You can pull them out and shake them out before you bring your rental back. So try not to abuse the water situation here. A lot of people do not realize there's a water war going on in this island, and it's the resorts taking the water from the indigenous and locals. Be kind. Tip big. Tip big. The cost of living for the people that live here is so over the top, folks, that more Hawaiians now live off of the islands than they do on them. So when you come with a lot of aloha in your heart. Don't be one of those tourists that do not realize that the worst wildfire in American history just happened on this island. Like, we were at the Lahaina paddle out.
1 year ago.
1 year ago. We're at the Lahaina paddle out. And I guess the man was Chinese. I mean, I don't care what he is. But he walked by my husband and he was irritated that the path behind all the big resorts was packed with thousands of people. And he's like, what is going on? And my husband was so shocked, and he's thinking, how can you be here on vacation and not realize that these people are having a memorial for what we believe, if not several hundred, at least 1,000 people that died in a tremendous fire. Speaking of which, we're getting into that area now. You see all this? Yeah. So you're in an area that is devastated still. So come here, be expecting to have some wait time for most things that you do. Expect to pay triple for anything that you're purchasing than you would on the mainland or the country you're coming from. Be very kind, because this is, we're taking this area over, and it's heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. And if you're staying in resorts or condos that have more than one room, a lot of the people around you are still fire victims. They're not other vacationers. So don't let your children or your family be extremely loud late at night, because these aren't vacationers living beside you. They're actually fire victims. That's who live beside us.
Yeah.
At our condo. We stayed at Papakea. I am not going to suggest you go there. I was very, very disappointed. We stayed in Kihei last year, Stephen and I did, and we stayed at Maui Hills. And I'm going to tell you what, that was the most lovely condos and the most lovely people I've ever met. Papakea is getting old, or Papakea, however you want to say it. It's getting old and kind of run down, and unless they have remodeled their condo, you're going to be disappointed for the amount of money you stay in a place that doesn't have an AC in the rooms, okay? Because these big old condos don't pull air like a small bungalow would. So keep all of that in mind. Be kind. That's all I can say. Bring some aloha love. Just hug on people. Be kind to them. Thank God the entire time you're here, because this is truly paradise and this island is in trouble. It's drying up in places. It's dying in places. And I don't know what else to tell you guys, but it is really God's country. Love you. Aloha. Mahalo. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've been on vacation here and we missed a suggestion you'd like to make to someone else, drop it in the comments.